AVP Next Gold Tour $20,000 New Orleans Open is presented by Coconut Beach Volleyball Complex in Kenner and by the law firm of Gibby Andry and AVP America.
Hi everyone, Paul Boron welcoming you to Coconut Beach Sand Volleyball Complex in Kenner, Louisiana, as VSN brings you coverage of the AVP Next Gold Tour, the stop here in the New Orleans area. Great weekend of action, and we were all set to show you the women's final. We will have the men's final in just a little while, but the women's final was going to pit Taryn Kloth and Kristen Nuss, the LSU products. We're going to go against Larissa and Lilani, the Brazilians, in the final. Unfortunately, cramping causing Larissa and Lilani to have to forfeit the final, and so Kloth and Nuss, who did not lose a set in this entire tournament, get the win by default. Obviously not the way they wanted to win it. In fact, these two teams have met in the past, and in the offseason when they were in competitive tournaments, Nuss and Kloth actually had won every match they played except against Larissa and Lilani. So you know they wanted to play them. Unfortunately, unable to do so, but instead in their professional debut, Nuss and Kloth are the champions of the New Orleans Open in their professional debut. What a way to go in front of a huge crowd all weekend. And so we're going to show you some of that action. We're going to show you their semifinal victory as they beat Kimberly Hildreth and Katie Hogan in what was a great semifinal and really showed the dominance of Kloth and Nuss all weekend. So enjoy that, and remember the men's final coming up in just a little while. If you've been with us all weekend, Taryn Kloth, Kristen Nuss, you know all about them. If you're joining us for the first time, especially if you're watching Hildreth and Hogan, Nuss and Kloth were undefeated in the beach volleyball season this year, and they were a huge part of a great LSU team that fell just short of their expectations of winning a national championship. Kristen Nuss, though, ended up as the winningest player in college beach volleyball history. And now they are looking to transition into the pro game, and boy, are they off to a good start as they are here in the semifinals of the AVP Next Gold Tour event. Kimberly Hildreth out of Novi, Michigan, now lives in Tampa, Florida. Started her career at Eastern Michigan, then went on to North Florida as serve goes long. And a foot fault is called, actually. And so Kloth will serve, 6 serving 3. Paul Boron, Victoria Dennis down below. You just heard from her. Bassem El Khatib will be going up here to the stage momentarily. And here's a good cut shot. Nuss is there, as she seems to be all the time. Plays it deep.
And I'm not on camera.
And Hogan and Hildreth.
And is my mic hot when I'm done talking? You'll cut me.
And Kloth goes angle and puts it away. 7 serving 3 now as Kloth and Nuss looking to take charge early in this semifinal.
We've got 7-3. Ball on.
And we got a ball on the floor, so we will wait just a moment before we continue. Taryn Kloth from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, played at Creighton University and then went on to play at LSU. And her serve goes into the net. It'll be 4 serving 7.
Back to serve.
Hogan and Hildreth down 4-7. Good serve. Kloth able to handle. Kloth at the net. Hammers it. Good dig. And down the line, and a point for Hogan and Hildreth.
Great high shot there. 5-7.
5 serving 7. Good short serve. Kloth able to get there. And dropped over by Kloth. 8-5. Kloth and Nuss have played under a variety of conditions today. Nice still conditions now, only a slight breeze. They were under a monsoon earlier, heavy winds. They were on the court when we had the lightning delay earlier, and now find themselves in the semifinals in perfect conditions. And a chance for a point here. Nuss, angle, good dig. And this time they will go deep.
Shot there.
And the point,
We're switching sides.
we'll switch sides. It'll be 6 serving 8 as Hogan and Hildreth make their way. Back to serve.
Chris Cream.
And then served into the net.
Day for volleyball. You went from thunder, lightning,
And
downpour to
the sun coming out, the wind
blue skies, and the air is
subsiding a little bit. Blue skies, as David Shaw just said. It has turned out to be a beautiful day. 9-6. And a good serve, ace serve. 8 serving 10 now.
And I'm sorry, it was called obvious.
8 serving 10.
I need you at my 2 points.
Oh, down the line. Good play by Nuss. 8 serving 10.
I need you at my 2 points.
Oh, down the line. Good play by Nuss.
Your personal reference when you don't pay attention.
Thank you. Can I weave it through you guys?
The bluebirds are coming out.
9 serving 10, and a little bit of a confusion at the net. And after a long conversation, say the ball was tipped, so a reversal of the call. 11 serving 8 as Nuss back to serve.
Goes aside, we got 11 serving 8 here.
Nuss, jump serve, good one. At the net.
Yeah, Kim Hildreth gets the kill. Soft roll shot.
As Hildreth gets the cut shot and the point.
Handout from the Clash. In South Carolina, from grass to deep.
And now Hogan to serve. 9 serving 11. Hogan, deep serve. Nuss at the net, goes down the line and gets the point as we hit the technical timeout. 12 serving 9 as Nuss and Kloth have the lead at the technical timeout. Let's go down to Victoria Dennis, who has a special guest.
Founder and owner of Slunks, Chris Creams. Chris, what is it like being in the state of Louisiana, seeing the volleyball culture down here?
It is amazing. Everybody here is just great human beings. They love their crawfish and roll tide.
What is next in store for Slunks?
We got a lot of cool things coming up. Maybe Slunk Fest. I think we're going to come back here in November and we're going to make things happen.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Chris. And Chris not making any friends in Louisiana with the roll tide there. Especially with a pro LSU audience watching. The former LSU Tigers, Taryn Kloth and Kristen Nuss, leading at 12-9 on the changeover. And isn't it glorious to see the court just covered in sunshine? Blue skies. We have dealt with so much rain on and off and clouds, and it has turned out to be a beautiful day. As Kloth back to serve, 12 serving 9. Women's semifinal. At the net, dropped over, and Nuss is there. Great court coverage again for Kristen Nuss. She drops it down. Still alive are Hildreth and Hogan. Off the tape, and Nuss can't get there. As Katie Hogan gets the kill, but we have talked about it for 2 days. Kristen Nuss's court coverage, she gets to everything. Couldn't get to that last one after Katie Hogan got a little help from the net and had it fall in for a point and gets the kill. 10 serving 12 as Hildreth back to serve. Oh, and Kloth puts it away. 13-10.
Gets the block point 13-10 here on center court. Kristen Nuss back to serve.
Nuss to serve. The good jump serve, but a little too long as it carries long. High fives between Hildreth and Hogan as they will serve 11, serving 13. Katie Hogan from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, now resides in Pompano Beach, went to Miami-Dade South Community College, and then played at FIU, which is just west of Miami. Taryn Kloth getting the kill there. It's 15-11. Kloth and Nuss went 36-0 at LSU this year. Unfortunately, they did not reach their team goal of bringing a first national championship to any team outside of the state of California, as USC would go on to win it. Great dig by Nuss. Gets to the net. Nuss plays it over. Perfect position. And Kristen Nuss says, come on, let's go. As Taryn Kloth gives her a big pat on the back. And timeout on the floor. 15-11. Nuss and Kloth with the lead. So we'll see how Hildreth and Hogan can regroup here. Down 11-15. A little more about Kimberly Hildreth. Again, we mentioned, started her career at Eastern Michigan, then ended up at University of North Florida, which is actually in Jacksonville. 35 professional starts. She's had a couple of first place finishes. Both of those were in the NVL. 2020 so far on the AVP, 3 starts.
Songs headwear.
Had a variety of opponents so far.
11, Taryn at the service line here.
Or partners, I should say.
Big shout out to our AVP next.
And now it is Taryn Kloth back to serve.
Hot works.
15 serving 11. Hildreth and Hogan. And Hogan goes angled down the net and gets the point. And it is 15-12. 12 serving 15 as Hildreth will go back to serve. Ness off the block will get the point. 16-12 for Nuss and Kloth as they will change over. In control of this match right now. As Hildreth and Hogan looking to get a side out and then go on a service run. Hogan asking for time. Doing some maintenance on her side of the floor.
Line check.
I know, I keep saying floor. The indoor volleyball background and play-by-play. But again, it's all kind of a big floor, so the earth is a big floor. Down the line for Hogan.
Great shot down the line. Perfect placement.
13-16.
The sun's out, the crowd's starting to bump. I mean, you're seeing people from all walks of life. I mean, Randy Taka's here. I mean, that's just some great stuff. I haven't seen these faces in like forever.
Hogan has made 3 starts on the AVP this year. Got a 9th place finish. As Hogan will serve.
13-16 here. Katie Hogan back to serve.
Hogan's serve's going to carry just long, so 17-13 now.
Barely out. 17 serving 13 here. Taryn Kloth.
Kloth back to serve. Kloth. Serve handled by Hildreth as she goes to the net. Off the block of Kloth, then punches it back over. Chance to reset. Nuss able to get there again. And then a block by Kloth. Great recovery by Hildreth. And then Hildreth able to get it inside the line. So despite those great efforts, Hildreth and Hogan equally as tenacious, as Hildreth was able to get there and get the point for Hildreth and Hogan. 14 serving 17.
14 serving 17 here.
Kloth drops it down with the angle shot.
18-14.
18-14 now as Kristen Nuss will go back to serve. The New Orleans product out of Mount Carmel Academy. For those of you unaware, outside the area, it's about 20 minutes east of here, basically right along Lake Pontchartrain, right across from the campus of the University of New Orleans. Great volleyball program, and she may be the best ever. Ace serve in front of Katie Hogan. 19-14 now. As that was a perfect serve. Not much of a good side versus a bad side now, which is dramatically different than about 4 hours ago when it was gale force winds. Now a nice gentle breeze as Nuss drops it over. Hogan back sets Hildreth. Hildreth drops it over and onto the line. 15-19. Hogan to serve. 15 serving 19, looking for obviously a run from the service line here. They're running out of points here in the first set. Nuss sets Kloth. Kloth off the block. Hildreth kept it alive momentarily, but no chance Hogan's going to be able to run that down. And we'll switch sides at 20-15. Set point for Kloth and Nuss. Kloth to serve. Serve chased down by Hogan. Hildreth plays it over. Kloth keeps it alive. Kloth at the net. Deep line gets the point, and Kloth and Nuss take the first set 21-15. We'll be back for the second set in just a moment. You're watching the VSN or the AVP on VSN.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Victoria Dennis here at the AVP Next Gold in New Orleans. Joining me is Charles. He helps represent Kristen and Taryn. Kristen, being the most winningest player in NCAA beach volleyball history, clocking in at 5'6". What is next in store for these athletes?
You know, they're coming off an incredible senior season at LSU. They finished 36-0, perfect season. The team finished 4th in the nation. And, you know, to be able to start their pro career in Taryn's hometown, in Kristen's hometown, and the fact that the Nuss family has really embraced Taryn and brought her as part of the family is incredible. Great atmosphere out here, and being in the semifinals at this point. Their next step is certainly to hopefully win this event, which opens the doors for some marketing opportunities. It's pretty expensive to stay on tour and travel, so ideally we're trying to open some doors for them and obtain some sponsorships that help them along the way.
Absolutely. And what would be your advice for athletes up and coming to get those sponsorships, to take that next step? Because unless you're the top 5 in the sport, you're not making money consistently. Everybody has a second job. So what's some advice that you can give to this next wave of athletes?
Win. You know, it's no different than NFL players. You know, a first or second round guy is marketable. Some guys think they're marketable and go undrafted, and then they run into a lot of problems. So it's very easy to be able to work with athletes like Kristen and Taryn because of their success in college. What they do on the court sets them up for their opportunities off the court. And we're just the business side of it to coordinate between a potential sponsor and them. And it still needs to be a fit. You know, we're not jumping on every single thing that's approached, but we're weighing our options and we're presenting it to them. And then ultimately they have to feel like it's a good fit for them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Charles. We appreciate it, and good luck to you.
All right, thanks, Charles. Thanks, Victoria. And they are back at it here in the second set after taking the first 21-15. And back to work. Leading at 2-1 as Taryn Kloth will go back to serve against the opponents of Katie Hogan and Kimberly Hildreth. And this is Hildreth to Hogan. Hildreth at the net, playing a deep corner, perfect play by Hildreth. Two, second set. And what has turned into a picture-perfect day here in Kenner, Louisiana. As Katie Hogan back to serve. Nuss, just long, point for Hogan and Hildreth. Katie Hogan, we mentioned her history. In 2019, made it to the finals in Hermosa Beach. Great performance by her before ultimately falling in the finals. So COVID obviously probably interrupting a little bit of her momentum, but looking to carry it into 2021, starting here in the New Orleans area at the AVP Next Gold Tour event. First Next Gold event of the year.
Kristen Nuss back to serve.
Looks like we got the other semifinal in the women getting set to go on court 1. We'll have streaming of that coming up momentarily as well as Kloth gets the hit off the block. We'll switch sides at 4-3.
Semis. At what time?
That's Mastrini and Mastrini going up against Speiler and Winden, and that they're in warm-ups right now, so they should be getting ready to go. The winner of that match will take on the winner of this match later today on center court, and of course we will have all the action here on BSN and throughout the AVP nation. Kloth at the net, goes corner, perfect placement off of the perfect set by Nuss.
Nuss hit another gear to get.
Yeah, they've worked in a couple of handshakes as well. Did a feature story on Kloth and her partnership with Nuss, and we asked her why Nuss is such a great partner, and she basically, I'm paraphrasing here, said she doesn't accept mediocrity. It can be frustrating at times that Nuss is such a perfectionist, but it is what makes this team so good, and it's going to make them good, you would think, for years to come on the pro circuit. Kloth going angled down the line, or cut down the line, I should say. Gets the point, it's 6-3.
Nuss serving again here on center court, 6-3.
Now serving, 6-3. Gets the signal from Kloth, and there's a few spins, and here we go. And that one gonna carry just wide. It'll be a point for Hildreth and Hogan, looking to get some sort of momentum going. I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but have not been able to put more than 2 or 3 points together. They really need to get a little run here and take charge if they can here in the second to try and force a third. but going to be difficult when the 6'5" Kloth has all that room to shoot for.
5 serving 6. Kim Hildreth back to serve again.
Although it went just wide.
Standout at the Clash this year in South Carolina.
My view partially blocked there. I thought it caught the corner, but obviously just wide. So 5 serving 6, a chance for Hildreth and Hogan. Hildreth gets there. Can she get to the net? A little jump bump there. Now Kloth at the net, and she hammers it down. 7-5. And Kloth to serve. We mentioned it on one of the earlier broadcasts. Kloth, with an indoor career, her family back in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, obviously not all that familiar with beach volleyball and what the environment was like. And when they came to a match at LSU, Kloth says her family was simply in awe, saying, "This is awesome." And so I am guessing they are looking on and thinking this is awesome, that their family has a chance to go into the finals. And an ace serve by Hogan, but we're going to get a foot fault called by Hogan. Victoria Dennis has something for us. Go ahead, Victoria.
Yes, in this match, Katie and Kim are definitely going to have to serve aggressive at the service line to try and get the ex-LSU girls out of system, because in system they obviously are very lethal. They have copious amounts of reps together. So being aggressive at the service line from Kim Hildreth and Katie Hogan is detrimental in this game. Back to you.
All right, Victoria, thank you. As an extended discussion going on with the up official about the foot fault as we take the turn at 8-6, and Katie Hogan is not happy right now. And Kimberly Hildreth also discussing things as well. Up official explaining his point, but an extended point here as Hogan and Hildreth hoping to somehow get this call overturned. Meanwhile, Kloth and Nuss look on. Kind of an extended timeout too here for Hildreth and Hogan. And they will come back onto the court. Not very happy right now. And Hogan telling Hildreth, all right, let's shake it off. Got to get a side out here and get on a run. Good serve by Nuss, and Hogan gonna have to scramble, able to get there, good dig. Now Nuss able to keep it alive. Nuss at the net, floats it to Hildreth. Hildreth at the net. Nuss falls over, and Kloth able to play it over in 2. Hildreth against Kloth, and that is no chance. And Kimberly Hildreth not happy with the up official. Didn't like the open hand and said to the official, that's 2, meaning that's 2 calls they are not particularly pleased with it right now. And Katie Hogan shaking a little sand out of the towel right onto the official. That was a not so subtle cleaning out of the towel, it would appear. Showing her frustration. Here is Nuss, jump serve, and that's going to carry long. 7 serving 9 as Hildreth will go back to serve. Hildreth back to serve. Good serve, Kloth. At the net, off the block, and that's pretty easy. I thought her initial pass was too close, but turns out not a problem. And again, the other women's semifinal just underway over on court 1. In fact, the opening serve coming right now, so.
Taryn Kloth back to serve. Kloth.
You can keep an eye on that. If you got 2 computers, pull out a second computer and watch both. Jason Dubilius on the call over there. Nuss keeps it alive. Kloth sets Nuss. And a perfect shot into the corner. And both Nuss and Kloth fired up. 11-7 as Kloth will go back to serve.
Taryn back to serve, then we can get 11-7.
Taryn Kloth to serve. Hogan to Hildreth. And Hogan takes a look, fires it at Nuss, and Nuss able to handle it. Nuss at the net. Good dig by Hildreth coming over now. Hildreth cuts it. Kloth able to get there. Now Kloth at the net, no chance. 13-7 now our score. (13-7) as Hildreth and Hogan call for time. Again, the winner of this gets the winner of Spuyler and Winden, or Mastrini and Mastrini. That will be in the finals. Scheduled for 6:30 now. Which I don't have the men's bracket up, but I'm assuming that pushes the men's final to about 8 o'clock. As the timeout means we've got the wave going. I'm not going to give my personal opinion on the wave.
We got the wave going.
I don't know how Todd Whittington feels about the wave. How do you feel about the wave, Todd? Oh, a little shoulder shrug, so he's fine either way. I am anti-wave. I guess I'm an old curmudgeon, but I don't need to prove that I can stand up and sit down. Although at my advanced age, you know, it does take a little more effort. Kloth back to serve as Hogan at the net, and Nuss fights that off, and Nuss, even in defeat, battles to get to the net, but a big point for Hildreth and Hogan. They needed that coming out of the timeout. Katie Hogan back to serve. It's Hogan and Hildreth looking to force a third set, but they're going to have to do it down 13-8 as we go to the technical timeout. It is Nuss and Kloth, one step closer to the finals, but Hildreth and Hogan have plenty to say about that when we come back to center court at Coconut Beach. 13-8 our score is Kristen Nuss back to serve. Nuss and Kloth took the first set, 21-15. And closing in on a final in their first ever professional event. But Hildreth and Hogan, an experienced pair of players. And we mentioned Hogan got to the finals in Hermosa Beach in 2019 as Kloth goes over it too and hammers it into Hildreth.
Kloth gets the kill.
So Kloth rising up and dropping the hammer.
Actually, the volleyball story of Nuss and Kloth is being adapted to a movie.
14-8.
Played by Kevin Hart and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Just for the contrast.
Nuss Good jump serve, and it's just long.
Here on center court.
Hildreth to serve. Again, Kimberly Hildreth, if you're just joining us. Out of Novi, Michigan. Her first introduction to the sport, the 2009 AVP Muskegon Open. From then on, she played beach in the summers and got hooked and has turned into a great player. As Nuss tries to cut it down the net on the wrong side. Kim found success in her second season on the AVP Tour by becoming the lowest seeded team ever to reach an AVP final in the 2019 Austin Open. So, again, Hildreth and Hogan have both reached finals on the AVP Tour, so they know what it's all about against the team you would call rookies on the tour here, but a team that has developed a world of chemistry and experience together. Victoria's got a thought, so let's go down to Victoria.
Thank you. Yes, Kim Hildreth is really working her tail off back there. She's digging a lot of balls. Dig to convert is crucial for them to beat this ex-LSU team. As she hammers the ball away, picked up. Kim with another dig. High line, and it goes down. There's the dig to convert that we were talking about. If they want to keep themselves in this game, they have to battle through long rallies to make sure that they put the ball away. Back to you.
Victoria, I want to ask you about Kristen Nuss's ability to get to every ball. She literally makes it impossible to find an open spot on the floor.
Absolutely. I mean, they're very, very disciplined in defense. They're not moving when the ball is being set. They're stopped on defense, and they're able to make that read at the end of the day.
Very good. Thanks, Victoria. We're going to hear from Victoria post-match with the winners, which is 5 points away from being Nuss and Kloth, despite Hildreth's best efforts to keep things alive.
We are switching on the next point.
Kristen Nuss back to serve at 16-11 and has this one carry wide. And we'll switch sides. It'll be 12 serving 16 as Kimberly Hildreth will go back to serve.
All week long, I would go so far to say is that Kim Hildreth is one of Hogan's heroes.
Hildreth to serve. 12 serving 16. Nuss at the net and gets it past Hogan. 17-12 as Kloth will go back to serve. 4 points away from putting this team from LSU on essentially home turf here in South Louisiana into the final, which would be quite the story for their pro debut. With a lot of work left as Hildreth goes to the net, goes against Kloth, and just no chance as that set was carrying her away as it was, and the 6'5 Kloth says, not today.
18 serving 12 here.
18 serving 12. And the mountain getting a little taller here for Hildreth and Hogan. Got to get a side out and then just go on a great service run as Kloth will serve 18 serving 12. Hildreth, dug by Nuss. And Nuss goes down the line. Hildreth gets the hand to it, but can't get it in the air.
19 serving 12.
And it's 19 serving 12, and Katie Hogan over talking to the up official. I don't know if she thought Nuss was into the net there. I couldn't tell what the discussion was about, but it was brief. And Kloth to serve at 19-12. Kloth waiting for the referee's whistle. think she had to look at the up official like, did I miss the whistle? What's going on? Here's Hogan looking, and she absolutely plasters this one far corner. Nothing Nuss could do about that. Hogan now, like we said, needs to go on that aforementioned service run. Maybe get a couple of aces here, get them back within reach as they are down 6 and already down a set. Hogan off the net, and that's one. Exactly what they need as Hogan gets the ace. And it's 14 serving 19. And if you're Hogan and Hildreth, 3 or 4 of those in a row, and you're right back in it. Hogan, and that serve carries long, and that brings us to a match point. Nuss and Kloth on the verge. Nuss with the jump serve. Hogan, great dig, comes to the net. Hogan versus Kloth. Nuss able to get to it. And a double contact called, and now Nuss and Kloth not happy with the officials. And couple thousand Louisiana faithful not happy with the double hit call.
Raise your hand if I hear what you have to say. Everybody put your hands down.
Serving Nuss, and Nuss angle shot, and Kloth and Nuss in their professional debuts are on the way to the finals. 21-15, 21-15. We will step aside for just a moment, and when we come back, Victoria Dennis hopefully is going to be with the winning team. You are watching the AVP on VSN. Back here at center court, where Kristen Nuss and Taryn Kloth are victorious 21-15, 21-15. Victoria Dennis is with them.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to AVP Next Gold. Kristen, Taryn, congratulations on winning semis. Coming into the finals, this is your first pro tournament debut post-college. You know, just a few stats about college, going undefeated, no big deal. What does it mean to you to come out post-graduation and compete together?
I mean, we're just ready to compete. We love to find great competition. This tournament had every single bit of it. I mean, you look up and down the line of names, and it is just tough competition all around, and we love it.
Absolutely. What's the mindset going forward into the finals?
I think it's just we have one left. We came into this, we set a goal, we wanted to win, so now we have one left to accomplish that. So we're super excited to get after it again.
Absolutely, and to double down, this is a home field advantage for you girls going into the finals and your first pro debut. What is the energy like with your families, with the fans here in the stands? What does it mean to you?
Definitely ask her. This is her home.
Yeah, it definitely means a lot to me. I have friends, family, extended family, just so many people came out. They got the wave going in here. It does really mean a lot to me, and it's awesome.
Awesome. Good luck, girls. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Taryn, and thank you, Kristen. Congratulations as they win at 21-15, 21-15. They advance to the finals.
How did you guys find out there was not going to be a finals, and what's your reaction to that?
Kristen came over like this. She looked exactly like that, and just absolutely devastated for the other player. That she is an incredible player and so much fun to compete against. So definitely sad, unfortunate, but I mean, at this point there's nothing you can do about it, and we went and talked to her, and so much respect for that entire team.
Kristen, your words on not being able to play and finish a championship in front of the home crowd in your pro debut.
Yeah, it's always tough to kind of win like that. I mean, Larissa is an awesome player. That team, we lost to them actually in Clearwater, and we were kind of excited to get another chance at them. But I mean, I've been there, so my heart goes out. I feel that pain. So, but yeah.
Hey people, this is the AVP Next Gold Tour, and this is the men's finals, bringing you guys up to speed. The #1 seed has gotten ousted, but where there's chaos, there's opportunity. The home favorite, Evan Cory, Logan Webber, facing Rafa Rodriguez and Peter Marciniak. The gang is back together, and I bring you to your host with the best MC in the world.
Are you ready for more volleyball? What? Are you ready for more volleyball? This match here is for $10,000. The Titans of the field that are going to be competing today. First, in those beautiful Mardi Gras purple slugs, is Peter Marciniak, an international man of mystery. He speaks 5 languages and is fluent in sarcasm. He's got a smile only rivaled by his six-pack. And his partner in crime, going to be called Rafu, hails from San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's right, he shaved 27 minutes ago and he's already got a GQ shadow. That's right, he's scary, he's hairy, and he's ready to rock and roll. Taking off these two. Is he got a local boy in the house? Yeah, that's right. He's from Louisiana. He is the big EC. That's right. Proud to do his volleyball. He went to Holy Cross High School because that's up in Louisiana. Give it up for Evan Cory. That's right. He's hairy and fierce, just like a Wolverine. That's because he hails from Michigan. I want you to make some noise for the CEO of APO. Give it up for Mr. Logan Webber. John King, he is our best official in the place, and nobody denies the king. The king, the court is yours.
Hey people, welcome to Coconut Beach. This is New Orleans, this is Louisiana. You know what? We weren't promised any sun today, but we were promised just enough sun. We received just enough sun for what I affectionately refer to as a sunset game. Rafu, Piotr, Cory, Webber, here we go. Oh my goodness. No, there's a net violation. Singing the song Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, and that's the first point.
Evan Cory is not here running up here on center court.
Evan Cory with the serve. Pretty good kill anyway.
All right. Hater Jay. So happy to join you here. Hoping my voice lasts for an extra 27 minutes here.
Hey, they only need to use you for a couple of more minutes.
Roll shot does not go in. It hits the tape, trickles down. This can be another point for Evan Cory and Logan Webber.
Yeah, hey, listen, some of the keys to victory.
Right now.
Some of the keys to victory for Evan Cory and Webber, I like to see tough serve to space. I don't really think they should be jump serving. I think Rafu and Peter are going to be crowding the middle of the court on serve receive, and that happens to be Logan Webber's favorite serve. So I say one of those guys has to make sure they have better serve efficiency, and if Logan Webber still wants to take chances on serve to space, then do so. I think serve is going to be instrumental in this game.
Out of Holy Cross High School, back to serve.
Rafa Rodriguez, one of the best servers on the tour. Oh my goodness.
Go gadget foot.
Yeah.
That, you know what? That's the international man of mystery right there. He's got that Polish background. Football is a strong sport in his native country. He's got great prowess, both with hands and feet.
He's also equipped with severe cramps. And right now, I mean...
Fighting through the pain?
Yeah. I mean, if he just bent over, if he bent his knees, I'm not sure he can last that long. But to his mental toughness and his physical toughness, here he is just the same.
Marciniak here with the service. We got, skyball going. Oh, Cory's getting it. Logan Webber sets to the weak side. Oh, Rafu all over it.
Oh, Raf was going to kick himself in the pants on that one. Because I'll tell you this, Marciniak doesn't have to move at all if Raf was in the back row playing defense. But if they throw you a bone, man, you better make sure it tastes good. Let's get that cut shot.
I'm not kidding. Raf reads an offense better than anyone I've ever seen. He's already in the spot where the hitter hasn't even thought about hitting it yet, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and moreover, he doesn't have any wasted moves. So even if he's having a bad day and he's not moving as fast, his ability to take a good first step and one move to the ball, there's a cut shot, is uncanny. His first step and him being able to read is like
unparalleled.
Yeah,
I mean,
ridiculous.
It literally is like a seventh sense. Because his sixth sense is also reading a defense. He doubles down.
I mean, he's played at Norseca, representing his country, Puerto Rico, with Orlando Irizarry. And Orlando's one of the only guys I know that move like that, except Rafu's a little longer, a little leaner, and of course, jumps higher and a little bit faster.
Shot by Logan Webber, 98 pounds of fury, gets the kill.
Logan Webber with some really, really good elevation on that. And sometimes when I'd rather have him not pull. I'd rather have him just stay at the net.
Right.
At least he doesn't head fake Rafu.
And not for nothing, Evan's been playing a lot of great defense this tournament.
Right.
Not there though, unfortunately, just a missed opportunity.
For those of you that just tuned in the semifinals, leading 14-11 match point, he's come down with severe leg cramps, and Eric Baranek and Troy Field tried to come back and unfortunately served out and gave him the match. But so he's out here and he's just trying to work it out and he's trying to see if he can go. There's a large capacity crowd that really wanted to see this match, and he's out here doing the best he can. But I think if you're hurt, not injured, because injured means you can't play, hurt means you can. And if you're at the net, I would rather have him just stay at the net, let Rafu run it down, and avoid the head fake of both of them thinking they're getting the ball.
Ace serve there for Logan Webber, coming out aggressive. Marciniak, you might be seeing a little bit of the lack of mobility with that cramping as he takes it high off the arms, doesn't get his hips around the ball to receive that properly.
Well, he has two choices. He can play up and not have to bend over and pass, or he can go back and get caught with a J-hook pass. That was a left shoulder.
Good read there. There's a great platform pass. Going weak side. Oh, picked up by Cory.
There was a touch on that.
Rafu.
What a swing, cross-court kill from Rafu, Roberto Rodriguez.
Rafu's out here still having a good time.
I know what I love, even with the competitive and the intensity, you see that smile. And it's just, you know what, whether you have a great play or you get burned, you see these guys, they are great competitors, but they admit, hey, that was a good one. All right, I get you.
Rafu has an uncanny ability, as we see the set here. Evan Cory gets blocked by the guy with one leg.
Peter Marciniak gets the block.
Now, one of Rafu's abilities, one of his strongest attributes is to make his partner a better version of himself. Everybody he's played with, Ed Ratledge won an AVP crown with him. Kevin McCulloch made the main draw multiple times. In fact, Chicago, they were in the main draw.
Heartbreaker there.
Into the top of the table, we're switching sides here on center court.
Bud Light has no love.
But honestly, they've got a lot of assists and a lot of blocks this tournament. And here's the thing: in the championship match, yeah, not everybody's perfect. You're going to see there, but what is that? The first or second service error, and we're 14 points in. Just a testament to the ability of these gentlemen.
No doubt. But the top of the tape, Bud Light has no love for anyone today except the home team, and that last serve they didn't.
6-9 on center.
Marciniak to serve. I think one or two things are going to happen. He's just going to continue to get warm and find a way he can be mobile, or he might not make it through this match. But he might stick around if they keep beating themselves like that. I appreciate the option, but sometimes when you go cross body and you don't reach and turn your body, sometimes the ball goes into the tape. Evan Cory gets blocked again. I got to tell you, maybe Marciniak not jumping as high might have improved it. Maybe with your hands lower. One of Avatar's challenges, as well as Phil, was not to go too high where your pits get shaven. So sometimes blocking a little bit lower doesn't necessarily work against you. That's an overpass, and Rafu wants an over to the net call on that. He's not going to get it.
10 serving eight here. Do not deny the king, ever. I got your back, JK.
They find themselves trailing 10-8 on this.
Logan Webber serving now here.
Webber will actually go jump float. He's been doing that when the wind's been at his back.
Great reach there from Webber, but Marciniak takes advantage, tool through the top of the block.
Yeah, sometimes, again, sometimes that cruise control jump, it works better for you. This way you're not exerting. And that jump, if he can maintain that, he can do a jump like that all day. We call that cruise control. Operate out of 60, 70%, and if your jump is high enough, and if Rafu gives us a set off the net, he'll definitely give him the set he deserves, because Rafu's the best setter in the business. Though some people might dispute that, right? I mean, we got Phil, we got, let's not forget Skylar Del Sol. We're all prisoners of the moment when we watch Rafa Rodriguez play and watch his hands. His fluidity is immaculate. Score is 10-10, surprisingly. I mean, if this is them having an off night and the score is 10-10, I think they're in pretty good shape. As the ref blows the whistle for serve, and Rafu, don't know why he's chabaking with the referee. Wow, that's a good pass. There's the back set.
Here we go with Webber. Webber gets a big swing. Rafu all over it. Evan up, pump fake, swing and a kill.
Swing and a kill.
And I think Rafu right now is spitting into the wind. He might want a hands call on that, and I don't think he's going to get one. First contact is perfectly legal. It's been perfectly legal for quite some time. It's only illegal to carry it or double hit it. There's certain things that are protected or not protected by the hard-driven ball. This isn't it. And ladies and gentlemen.
All right, guys. Victoria Dennis here with Evan Cory's father, Lance. Lance, what is it like to watch your son in your backyard, basically?
This is the most exciting thing I think me personally, I've ever seen, but the state of Louisiana has ever seen.
Your son is an incredible athlete, and it shows as he's here in the finals on his home court. You got a lot of fan depth here. I know Bab's grandma, she's in the building.
Grandma's very happy. She's excited beyond belief. Her nerves are shot like everyone else's, including mine, but we're trying to hide them well. We're very proud of him.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you.
As we begin the first serve off the technical timeout, Evan Cory jump serve. That one goes to Marciniak, and there's the back set, and he's jumping, and that one he got blocked. Striking first blood is Evan Cory and Logan Webber. Evan Cory came on the podcast a year ago during COVID, and when I asked him where was he when COVID shut down, he was playing volleyball at Lincoln Memorial, and when his team got shut down, he got very, very emotional, and I understand the entire team was crushed. And they played that last match before their season got canceled as if it was their last. And here he is out here on the beach scene full time. Rafa Rodriguez with a good move, but I think that was well scattered out. And I think Webber gets that anyway, but I can't be mad at the attempt. Truly an enemy territory right now, as much as everybody loves and respects Rodriguez and Marciniak. They're literally having an uphill battle. It looks like that's an ace. Oh my goodness. Evan Cory from serving zone 1 to zone 1. Honestly, a lefty's favorite serve, and I expect him to go after Marciniak a little bit more until Marciniak shows he can side out consistently. Rafu with the one-legged takeoff, and I mean, we might see a lot of option, and if he wants to do that, I think Marciniak has to really hold his platform. I think if he holds his platform, I think it's going to allow the ball to wait for Rafu to get there. In indoor volleyball, we call it hard wall, padded wall, and the women do it significantly better than the men. Look at that spin serve. Cory wasn't fooled. There's the up and down, and Rafu trying to deliver a good set, and there's a free ball on the spin. There's the up and down out of the middle and over the top.
Big swing.
And they're definitely gonna give Marciniak a touch call on that, and Marciniak disagrees, and Rafu has really got to regroup here.
14-12 here, set number 1.
On the last 4 plays, Rafu has had something to say to the referee, and sometimes you need to make your peace be made and then move on. Oh my goodness, I think we just witnessed our first ever AVP baby on the court. I've heard of a ball on court, and I've heard of people throwing things on the court.
Poor mama scared the living tar out of that kid.
This has to be the very first ever in the history of the pro scene baby on court.
You made the baby cry. You made the baby cry, Mom. What are you doing?
Back to serve here.
Rafu at the service line. He got 12, serving 15.
We got a free ball situation and drilled into the tape. And man, I got to tell you, if they keep letting them stay in this game, I mean, you've
seen Rafu take a charge. I mean, Rafu keeps his head. He's got great mental awareness, and whether it's down 5 points or 4 points, I've seen Rafu come back from a 6-point swing and take the game.
Yeah, they do not want Rafu hanging around in this match, and I mean, they haven't had momentum at any point in this game, and yet they only find themselves down by 2 points. And I think that's a testament to the experience of Rafu Rodriguez.
And you know, and Marciniak is playing with cramping issues that you mentioned, but Rafu is Mr. Consistency right now.
Beautiful line over.
Shot there from
Evan Cory, there you go.
Evan Cory, 16-13.
Great elevation. A little less up and down on that shot. Rafu having a little bit of fun with the fans. He always does.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Mom.
Rafu with the low set, and Marciniak drills one, and man, just when you think he had nothing left in the gas tank, and just when you think he's battling some kind of nagging injury, he's getting a little better and better with every single rep. And like I said in the beginning of the game, if I'm Marciniak, I don't want to peel. I want to stay at the net, and Rafu has a first step on anything up and down. Now's the time to trust your partner to take it home. Yeah, it seems like he's dealing with it pretty well. He's jump serving. He actually had a pretty good inside set on a cross-court kill, one of their favorite plays they like to run. Sometimes they shoot it to the pin, and sometimes when the blocker's already lined up at the pin, they kind of audible. Look at the fluidity on that set. Amazing. There's an over-the-top swing, and there is, wow. Excellent. And look at that. Cory says that's not going to fall on my watch. Not on his watch. Not on his court. Not on his beach. Not in his state, says Evan Cory.
Evan Cory, also winner of the bounce contest they had here at the Players Party on Friday night.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, and a bounce competition that has Bruno Amorim, that has Jeff Samuels. I mean, look out, shout.
Yeah.
Evan Cory saved his best stuff for last.
Yeah.
How about the guy that did a 360 back one? That should have gotten a 10. That ball's out of bounds, and now the lead seems more and more difficult through every point. Now it's 19-14.
Webber at the service line here in set number 1.
Logan Webber to serve. A little wind at his back. More often than not, with the wind at his back, you don't see him jump serve. Wind at his face, he's gonna pull a jump serve all the time. And as far as improvement's concerned, I mean, with the exception of Rafi Polis, I've been watching him train in Hermosa Beach. The most improved player in this year is definitely Logan Webber. His serve to space is earth-shattering. Whole bunch of tomahawk digs, and why did Evan see that? But Rafu fake stepped. That might not work twice on Rafu, and man, and Rafu doesn't miss that shot twice either. Rafu with a fake step and had him roll right into the defense, which sometimes works on hitters who take a look at you and then take a look at the ball.
Jay, you are not lying. Evan Cory here has a chance to take away the first set. They're up by 6, and he wants to take a charge here, go into the second set with an authoritative lead. And
this time they serve Rafa Rodriguez. He had pretty good serve to space on Marciniak, and I don't know why they changed up, but I guess we're gonna see as the second set, soon to be second set, comes.
Don't count it out yet. Marciniak at the service line here. He's got a 4-point deficit. Just needs to get 4 to force extra innings, as we like to say.
He looks like he's just getting warm. I mean, the guy went from a sky ball to jump serves to spinners to blocking Cory, and there's the tweener. The extra point is good between the uprights, and that is the end of the first set. And a big round of applause from the hometown favorites as we take you away to a commercial break. Guys, stay with us. We'll be right back.
I got a wicked headache, and I'm freaking doing it.
Hey, welcome back, Coconut Beach. The sun has set, the lights are on, and the lights are not too bright for these two youngsters. Evan Cory, picking up where he left off. You better believe this is going to be a jump serve. Expect him to go back to position 1, yes. And that time handle a little bit better. The up and down inside set and bouncing it in front of the defense is Piotr Marciniak. Piotr, nicknamed the Polish Express. He and Kaya Marciniak, longtime NVL players, multiple-time champion. He and Rafa, I believe on 2 occasions, finished in the AVP main draw semifinals twice. Hermosa Beach, one of them, and that's a pretty good shot. Hermosa Beach 2017, I believe. They made the semifinals, winners bracket only. Blew through some competition. John Mayer, Case Beer playing together at that time. Kurt Toppel played with Baumgren. Wow, nice patience.
Here's Evan Cory in the outside. Oh, the floor drops right out underneath that one.
Yeah, great teardrop shot by Evan Cory.
Logan Webber, the Wolverine, that's serve.
Logan Webber might want to put some lead on this. I believe he's going to jump serve. It's got a nice low toss, which is all purpose for all kinds of weather. And Rafa, man.
Great hustle and play.
And Rafa's option game is deceptively fast. He doesn't seem like he's getting up high, but he gets just up high enough to teardrop. Peter Marciniak to serve. Peter's got a good jump serve, but he's not going to do it on that side, and maybe not definitely on this that bad wheel.
Yeah, a little running poke float. Evan Cory setting the weak side. Logan Webber up, deep corner, but it's long and out of bounds.
Pretty good shot by Evan Cory, and he knows he has to challenge Rafu. Rafu is very much like Todd Rogers, where he just basically shaves the foot off of every side of the court, and if you're perfect, you got him. If you're not, you're going to lose.
Right you are, and the mobility on Rafu is very similar to Rogers. It's just he's everywhere in the blink of an eye. Yeah. You have to give credit where credit is due, and Rafu deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah, well, in time, he might deserve the promotion of Professor, but right now, Professor belongs to Todd Rogers, and he's literally educating our youth on the beach scene at Cal Poly.
And also educating other coaches,
Rogers,
too.
By the way.
Coach of the Year, correct?
Coach of the Year for the Big West. In the NCAA, it was Andrew Fuller, who I thought did a pretty good job this year, but Andrew Fuller got it for the NCAA. I thought John Mayer had deserved it. They'd won 31 games, and in the postseason, before the after the voting.
Well, you know what? I don't know why you're not LSU. Why are you not on the committee for selection of Coach of the Year?
I don't know, but I
would have you in a
Call
second.
me crazy, but I believe Andrew Fuller was. No, he's actually on the board for the All-American team. I seriously doubt they'd have him vote for himself.
He's so classy, he never would.
No, he's class personified, and I've been adamant about John Mayer winning Coach of the Year, and it sounds like I'm casting aspersions on Coach Fuller. I'm not doing that. I just think that.
And we are talking about the coach, not the guitarist.
The level of success, it was awesome.
We are talking about John Mayer, the coach, not the guitarist.
Of course,
All right, coach. But even though I think they both hang out with Dave Chappelle.
I don't think John Mayer, the coach, hangs out with Chappelle.
4-4 here on center court.
Rafu, that GQ stubble.
He might be more of a George Carlin guy.
Here we are. Evan Cory coming up. Oh, off the dome piece. That is a block and a half.
Man, that is a noggin job by someone that's not even supposed to be playing at 100%. And sometimes, like I said before, not functioning at 100% is not always a bad thing. In fact, for a tournament, nobody wants to function at 100%. In fact, elite athletes don't even come in the tournaments at 100%. Everybody has nagging injuries, and this is just one for Peter Marciniak.
All right, great set there. Logan Webber coming out of the middle. No block, and he just puts that ball down.
And Rafa, with his hands on his hips, looks at Peter and says, you know, I had everything covered except the spot where I want you to put your hands up. Can you help a brother out?
By the way, if you are watching this and you have not subscribed to AVP America on the YouTube channel, make sure you do so for all the updates, the replays, the breakdowns, and everything else. And if you're enjoying Louisiana Beach Week, the largest prize purse on the East Coast is coming up in July. That is Atlantic City Beach Week. AVP America Next Gold, or AVP America and AVP Next Gold Tour stop in Atlantic City, $50,000 prize purse. Make sure you log on, check out all the events at AVP Next Gold and also AVP America.
I got to tell you, the last play was basically, as far as fluidity and chemistry is concerned, is exactly what we've been seeing the entire tournament. You know, during pool play, they were so good, we almost dropped the headset and left. Because the plays they were running, we had to come up with names for them. And Bassam and myself were actually doing the broadcast on that one. And they were just running these ridiculous shoots and plays and jump sets, and of course the serve to space.
Evan Cory now serving here. Very vocal supporter, as we see a lot of blue noses in the crowd in support of Evan Cory.
Well, we are definitely
local hero.
We definitely support Blue Nose Athletics as Rafu gets blocked on that. I actually thought that was a pretty good swing, and that was very, very sharp cross court, but that was Logan Webber spreading both hands, particularly his left hand, hiking way into the cross court, almost the middle of the court. Seems like his arms got 6 inches longer on that reach in.
You are not kidding. Rafa going to the big side. Great swing there.
Good night. Oh, my goodness. His hand. He's trying to hide the pain, but let me tell you something. He got darted on his hand. Hey, something that you might have missed. He shook his hand a little bit, but he's trying not to show the crowd. I think he penetrated a little bit too early on that block and got tweened. Now, I don't know which finger, but we're going to keep an eye on that.
As somebody who has misblocked the ball by not having his thumbs up in the right time and had a lovely Z-shaped pinky a few times, especially when coaching, it's embarrassing and painful when you dislocate that finger on a block.
Even the weakest hitter, I mean, when that happens, it's painful. Now, you get a powerful hitter, you feel like you want to faint.
Logan Webber, high line on the top of the block. We got 8-7 here.
Actually, a pretty close game, like I said. Rafu and his experience does allow them to hang around when they're playing poorly and actually get ahead when they're playing well. Wow, well scouted out. Wow. Logan Webber having a little fun with his partners, having a little fun with the crowd.
Look at that. Evan showing the love to his partner. If you're enjoying Louisiana Beach Week, guess what? There's another
Great
beach
block.
week coming up in the East Coast. That is in Atlantic City. $50,000
That's Logan
on
Webber.
the line in Atlantic City.
Well,
Beach
again,
Week
well
coming up in
scouted
July.
out. They
Check
know
out
they
the
like that
AVP
shoot
America.
set, which is why you saw Rafu somewhere in the beginning of the middle of the game actually take the shoot set and drift it into the middle. Whatever the crowd is chanting, I think we're going to not translate that from...
by the way,
from
keeping it crassy while classy.
We're not translating that from NOLA to English. I don't think I'm going to go with that one.
I think it's a term of endearment, even though it's surprisingly offensive.
Well, I guess it depends on where we live, right?
Right.
There's a pretty set. And
wow, nice swing there. Webber's got the read in the block going up for high line. Guess what? Who's there? Evan Cory coming back to the outside. Oh, all day. Look at Rafu. And And a kill from Rafu. Surgical precision.
And this is what I was talking about yesterday. This man makes these plays, and then you hold your breath, and by the time you're ready to exhale, you're like, how did he just do that? I mean, if there's a mic drop in volleyball,
that was
not
it.
physically, but metaphorically.
I mean, you saw broken ankles and just dejection. They're going, that's out, right? That's out, right?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't aiming out. And I honestly would have done the same thing. Logan Webber, I don't think, did anything wrong. You saw that skip, and you're thinking it's going to go out. Rafu somehow got that in, painted that corner off the top of the tape.
Rafu has more mic drops than an alcoholic on karaoke.
Oh, there you go. Going inside Evan Cory. Great up there from Rafu, and this one's out of bounds.
I'm not sure that I love the fluidity on that set. I mean, someone takes the ball low, that's fine. I don't think a ref should have a problem with that. But when you take it low, and then you bring it lower after you're already taking it low, that's the carry.
By the way, this is Beach Week here in beautiful Louisiana. We're down here in New Orleans. For all the tour stops and AVP Next Gold information, visit avpamerica.com or avpnextgold.com. We have Beach Week coming up. I think is the next biggest prize purse available, $50,000 in the prize purse in Atlantic City coming up in July. Juniors, player clinics, coaches clinics, all sorts of volleyball events going on for Beach Week in Atlantic City.
What a block! What a block by Logan Webber, a much needed block. We're 1 point away from the technical timeout.
We got 11 serving 9 here at the service line. Logan Webber with
very important point. And I know what Rafu's thinking. He's thinking 10-11 sounds better than 9,
yes.
12-9.
Yes,
much
it
needed
does.
side out. They need this. I know they can come back from everything, but this is not the team you want to be trailing all day.
Rafu
my
answering, threading the needle.
Just
wow.
wowing people on that crossbody. And here we are as we enter the technical timeout. Rafu leaves all of you with that thought. We'll be back. I turn you to Victoria Dennis.
Athlete and commentator as well. Kyle, what is your viewpoint on this tournament and this finals match?
Victoria, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. This has been a really interesting finals that we have here. Piotr and Rafu clearly struggling from a long day of volleyball. Piotr not moving very well out there. Still in this match because of their ball control and skill. Unfortunately, Piotr and Rafu, this is their 5th match of the day. That's a lot of volleyball to play in one day. Unfortunately, with the way the tournament was set up, it would have been better to have 4 matches yesterday, 4 matches today. We're already on that 5th match. They're tired, but they're playing great volleyball right now.
We're seeing a lot of adversity from the athletes here on the AVP America Tour, and great volleyball has been played all day long. Kyle, friend, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Victoria Dennis. And as we come back, we have to take a look at an ace. One of the down ref called it in, and the top ref wanted to take a second look, and Rafu's not going to be happy. And yep, here it comes. Here comes Chewbacca from Star Wars. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at right now, and I totally agree. I think the down ref called in on a line touch, and if you see the line jump, that ball's automatically in. You don't
Well,
need to
not
look
necessarily,
at the spot.
because as a referee, I will testify to the fact that if a ball does strike the sand just behind the line, it does move the sand, which can flip the line to cause a vibration. So yes, the line may have moved. However, depending on the sand you're in,
I've heard that argument before, and you're not going to find a lot of FIVB and AVP refs that are going to give someone the rub on a ball that they believe hit the sand so hard that it kicked it up to make it look like the line judge. That's what you call a 16 fours argument on Hermosa Beach. That ball's out of bounds, and once again, after a controversial call, the very next play, they have to be able to overcome some of these controversial calls, particularly on the next play. We don't want one call lasting 3 points.
nice set. That is a 6 set from Rafu. Beautiful set to the outside. Peter puts it down the line for the kill, just out of the reach of Logan Webber's block.
Peter Marciniak looking still a little gingerly on that leg. And now he's not jump serving, he's just trying to get to the net. And he has to, because if they serve Cory,
one hop float,
he's going to be the victim of an option.
Sidewinder.
No, that's how you get rid of the option. And that ball's out of bounds, and a dag nabbit by Logan Webber.
Peter Marciniak, the man of mystery, back to serve, 12 serving 13.
12 serving 13. I'd like him to go Polish floater to the middle again, even if it is Logan Webber. It's Webber on that. That's the good part. Rafa with an amazing dig, and there's a shorty, and that might, you got to be careful with the shorties. This is a very good option team, and Peter, I mean, is very, very afraid to take a big step, because as soon as he dips and takes that big step backwards, I'm not sure how he's going to react to that. As you can see, he's been staying very tall instead of in the athletic stance. So, and it's one of those things. I mean, I wouldn't even peel if I don't think I can touch it. And that one.
Well, when you got Rafu behind you, no, you don't take any court away from Rafu.
I don't even think I do that if I'm healthy.
Yeah. Oh.
My goodness, did he get fooled on that?
Wow, is that a pump fake?
No, it looked like Evan was trying to go for a use, like a wipe off the block on the tight drifter.
Yep, and missing it. But Peter dropped so early. He's like, I'm not biting. I'm not biting. You gotta be a better poker player than that to get me to go all in.
Peter didn't bite on that block, and Cory was like, wait a minute. Trailing by one.
We got a barn burner again. Great serve.
An even better pass.
Logan Webber up. Block for points.
Goodness. High-level volleyball here, gentlemen and ladies. Or should I say ladies and gentlemen? I mean, great serve, an even better pass, and an even better block on that cross court. And here we are at 14-14. This team has gone from a team that's trailed to a team that's hanging on to a team that might go ahead.
And I just love that the competition is so good and the play is so good that Hater J can't even live up to his surname. Haterade, you ain't drinking it today, baby.
I'm not, no. Listen, Haterade is usually served in vanilla, but I can't find anything around here that doesn't have less than 38 grams of sugar. So
I'm telling you right.
I've been a water boy.
You've been Appreciator J today.
Yes.
I'm telling you right now, this is the kind of quality play we're seeing.
I am Appreciator J today.
These players have earned it. Absolutely. 15-14, Rafu jump serve going to Logan Webber. Cory sets him, one blocker up. Does not matter.
Man, he is all the way up on that elevator, and Logan Webber knows that anything less than that is not going to get past Marciniak, even that healthy end. And he did his part here. He did his job. I mean, he got up there. It was a perfect set, read the progressions, didn't even need a call for that.
Big serve coming here.
That ball is jumbo shrimp and just out of bounds. I do like the move because they saw something we call a 4-block switch. Now, a 4-block switch is when the blocker fakes line, jumps in across, and the other person switches his progression into the line. And he saw the switch, went for the jumbo, and unfortunately, it went out.
You know, and with the changing winds, I mean, we've seen it going east, west, north, south throughout the day. I mean, the flags today are barely flapping. Earlier today, they were bent over almost horizontally because the wind was so strong. So you got to play the odds.
Yeah. Hey, listen, at least Cancun, FIVB Cancun is here in spirit. All of the players were telling me. I talked to Theo Brunner a couple of weeks ago in Came Shock, and Came Shock said Cancun didn't have directional wind. It was swirly wind, and we saw a whole lot of that this weekend. This weekend started with a big monsoon-type rain, right? Everything got pushed back. We had a lightning delay.
A frightening lightning delay.
Yes. When you hear the thunder roll, when you're in a restaurant and it shakes the ground, you're like, okay, I'm just going to stay in here until all of this goes away. And that's what the elite athletes, the officials, the refs, everybody look for shade and literally weathered out the storm.
Better to look for shade than throw shade. That's all I'm saying.
No doubt. I mean, there's been nothing but shade the entire weekend, but a lot of sunshine on the court. You know, the bringers of the rain have been the players.
That was it. We got 17 all here. Rafu back to serve. We are on runs of 4 points for a big check or for set number 3.
I really like the optics ball.
As am I. Wilson AVP. It is the actual AVP game ball. You know, if you want yours to elevate your game, go to wilson.com. Get your optics today.
18-17 is our
monster rip from Evan Cory. Evan Cory unleashes right there. Sharp angle. He sees that open lane, takes it, and puts it right inside the line. Great shot, great elevation there, and good placement.
Listen, Evan Cory doesn't actually take a lefty set. He takes a regular right-handed set, very much like Ben Vaught, and very much like John Mayer and Sharif as well from Qatar. They swing over their head, and there's a break.
Killer free ball.
That was a ball. That was a huge mistake. You always follow that ball no matter what. I mean, that's a big break for Rafu and Marciniak. And I mean, they got to use some of these breaks. They've gotten more breaks than Lindsay Lohan and Court, and they have to use some of these breaks.
Here we go, 18 all here. Peter Marciniak back to serve.
Somebody whose toes you want to suck. Nice.
Is a floater. Up and down set, and Cory gets dug. Oh, the jump bump. Okay. Not sure what happened, but there's a block on that, and Rafu's taking his time getting up, and I don't blame him. They do have a timeout. Both teams are afforded one timeout for each set, not including the technical timeout, so they're actually going to get back to the line and decide if they're going to call the timeout or if they decided they had enough time to recover. So there's the up and down set there. Oh my goodness, that was a much needed block. And now you see the swirling of the crowd, and the father is losing his mind. Papa Cory running up and down the aisles. So proud of his son, and he should be. And now timeout is called. And as timeout is called, we might take the action somewhere else, or
right here, 20-18.
all right, hey, we'll stay here. Actually, a whole bunch of people are up tonight. I don't know what time it is right now, but I know it's dark, and I know the lights are shining, and the light shining the brightest right now is Evan Cory and Logan Webber, particularly Webber on that block. Just straight down, high level, reach 11.5 plus. Big time block. Yeah, again, Evan Cory, like his season at Lincoln Memorial got canceled, and it broke his heart. And anyone that's ever played in a sport at that level knows that college volleyball is a 10-month experience. You're training, you're in the gym, you diet, nutrition, you have to study like heck, and it leads all the way up to this moment to take what's yours as far as glory, and that was taken away from him. But now every tournament he seems to be getting it back, one play at a time. Match point opportunity number one. Oh, basket catch dig, and now that ball's trouble. My goodness, he played that for the match. Cory got it, and that's it. Evan Cory. Logan Webber, winners over the 2 seed Rafa Rodriguez, Piotr Marciniak. For Rafu and Piotr, hey, welcome back. The band is back together, and I hope you guys stay together, because I love what I saw a few years ago before and after Ed Ratledge, and I hope you stay together. But today does not belong to them. Today belongs to the hometown heroes. Today belongs to the most improved player of the year, Logan Webber. Today belongs to Evan Blue Nose Cory, as this capacity crowd lets their desire and happiness and elation be known. Good grief, this is awesome. This is a main draw worthy, Gold Series worthy crowd with a high level finals. With two guys in which it's their time to shine, with a guy who's literally playing on one leg and blocking and jump serving. And of course, Rafu being Rafu. What a classic finals, and what an awesome finish. And Cory couldn't think of a better way, and now the emotion comes, and now he's going to have to be able to compartmentalize that. As we're waiting for a post-match interview. Victoria Dennis in the house.
All right, you guys, I'm here with Evan Cory and Logan Webber, champions of the AVP Next Gold New Orleans. Evan, this is a home court for you. How do you feel?
I mean, right whenever it happened, I just cried, honestly. It's my home, and the people here, the community is just, it's the best. So shout out to everybody in the community. I love y'all.
I can see the tears building up in your eyes. I know this means a lot to you. Logan, going into that finals, what was the mentality? It was a brutal 2-day-long tournament. How do you feel about going into the finals?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough circumstance because obviously we knew, Piotr was cramping a little bit, and just like mentally it's weird to go into games like that and stay aggressive and not think too early about whether we're going to win or not. But yeah, it was just awesome. I mean, I can really say we gave it everything we had because I don't know if I could have played a third set in that one. So it was awesome. I'm just so happy for Evan and, for us as a team that we were able to do this here for him. So it was awesome.
Awesome. Evan, I do have to shout out your grandma, Babs. She is actually my spirit animal, coolest lady ever. I saw her cheering for you. How is it being able to play for her?
I mean, just everybody in my family. I had all of them out here today. And I mean, kind of throughout my life, it's been us against the world, and that's kind of how always we've preached it to each other. Nobody else is going to give us anything, and we do it for each other. So it's awesome being able to come out here, see them, actually being able to cheer me on, and taking it home for them.
Congratulations, boys! AVP Next Gold New Orleans champs.
Love you, Nola!
And thank you, Victoria Dennis. And that concludes this magnificent, fantastic weekend here in Coconut Beach, New Orleans, Louisiana. So for all of you at home, for Victoria Dennis, for the greatest MC I have ever met in my life, for Evan Cory, congratulations, and for the rest of us, have a good day. We're out. Love you to pieces.